Hello and welcome back to Farming Simulator 22. Last episode we placed a bunch of these greenhouses down, which has been making us a little bit of money, which is quite nice. So we have this field that we haven't done anything with yet. We kind of ate into the field size by placing down some of this concrete. But the thing is, this is quite a flat area, which is quite nice for placing down placeable buildings, which we want to do in the future. But the rest of it appears that it starts sloping up on a bit of a slope here, so we'll keep this as field. We got some soybeans in here and they are ready to harvest, so we're going to get some harvest equipment today. We're going to harvest the soybeans, we're going to plow the field, get it all ready for the next crop, and then we'll have a look at what we can plant. And it's November right now, so I think we might have to wait a few months before we can plant anything. I think we can plant cotton in February. So let's have a look and see actually. We're in November at the moment. So technically we could plant grass if we wanted to. And we've just missed out on wheat and barley. So yeah, in February we can plant cotton. I think we might do that. So anyway, we're going to be driving up to the shop because we're going to need to buy a bunch of equipment. We're going to need a plow, mulcher, stone collector, we're going to need all of it. So we got quite a bit of stuff to buy, so luckily we already have our John Deere. So let's go up to the shop and we'll take a look at some of the stuff that we're going to be buying. Alright, here we are at the store, ready to make our purchases. So we have 461,666, so we need to spend some money straight away. So we need to be a little bit careful of what we're buying. We do obviously need to get a harvester to harvest the soybeans that are in there, so I think the best bet for us is going to be to lease it. Let's take a look in the shop and see. I think we're just going to go for the cheapest one, and actually we could possibly buy one. We would be looking at the lower range Nova 330 if we were to buy one. You know what, let's go ahead and buy one. The leasing costs are rather expensive, and for 75 grand is not too bad. Let's just have a look, check, see how much the header for this costs. 25 grand, yeah, that's fine. Let's just buy that while we're in here. Okay, so we're ready to go harvesting. I don't think it will be a great yield. There is quite a bit of weed in the field, as you can see. And the field status did say it required ploughing as well. And also it's soybeans, which I think is the worst crop in Farming Sim 22. So let's see how much we get. Let's do a quick time lapse and we'll come back in a minute. Okay, so we're on the final pass now of this field, and the crop has not yielded a great amount at all. We've got, hopefully we'll make 4,000 litres, I think we should. But as expected, the crop has not produced a great yield, just over 4,000 litres, there we go, 4,014. So, even worse than expected. We're probably going to just sell this and see what we get from it. Let's take a look at the prices. So at the moment, it appears that the soybeans prices aren't too bad. 17.50 at the farm shop. I think we're going to go there and sell straight away. But anyway, let's offload this and we'll go and sell it. First, we're going to need to buy a trailer, so let's go back to the shop. And we don't need anything too big, so let's have a look and see. $17,500. I think this one's actually going to be the best for our money, so let's go ahead and buy this one. For any extensions, let's see, standard. Oh, we already have the extension as standard. That. Let's change the chassis color to green as well. All matches in. 20,000. Alright, let's pick that up. We'll go take that grain to the shop where it's selling, and we'll see how much we make from it all together. $7,030. That's actually better than I expected. A lot better. I thought we were going to get about 4,000, so not too bad. We're already getting a return on our investment. Alright, let's get back to the farm. In fact, no, let's get back to the shop because we need to buy another tool for the next process, which is new to Farming Simulator, and that's mulching. So I'll see you at the store. Alright guys, back over here at the shop, and there's a few things that we're going to require. First off is the mulcher. So let's take a look at these. We got the small ones here. These are all new equipment, so it's quite cool to see. Oh. I didn't notice this one before. What's the working width on that? 5.8 meters and 6 meters on this one. I have tested this one. Yeah, I'll go with this one just for the working width. It is pretty cheap, so we might as well. And we have the tractor to use it. It is a very nice machine. Alright, let's go ahead and buy that one. And while we're here, we might as well just buy the rest of the equipment that we need. I want to try and avoid having to pay for a cultivator, so I think if we get the seeders, which I think this one, yeah, these offer the possibility to seed directly. No previous cultivating or ploughing is necessary. We will still need to plough periodically for the bonus, but with this we can just plant straight away. So I think we're going to splash out here and get this 120 grand. We got 320 left. Or we could go with the Rapid 800S for an extra 39,000. I think we'll stick with the Espro 6000 RC. Let's go ahead, have a look at this. No customization options to it. Can't extend the tanks or anything. This does have solid fertilizer and seed tank in it. Let's go ahead and buy it. I'm trying to avoid leasing any vehicles because the prices are pretty high, and then you have that daily cost on top, which drains your money. Alright, so we got the mulcher, we got the seeder. We'll also need to get a stone collector, so let's go back in. So on the stone collectors, we don't have much choice here. There's only 3. Hopefully there'll be some mods out soon. I'm just going to go ahead and buy the more expensive one. I don't like these ones. They are offset to your tractor, and this one's centered, so I do prefer this one, even though it's a little bit more expensive. Okay, I think there's one more thing that we need, unless I've forgotten anything, but a roller, which is also a new process to farm and sim. We're just going to go for the cheaper one here, which has a working width of 12.3 meters, so that's pretty decent. Alright, so I'm going to move all this to the farm, and then we'll start the process on the field. I don't think we're going to get to seeding it today. Oh, actually, I've already forgot one item. We are going to need a plow. So let's get back into the shop. And I might actually go for a subsoiler instead. Again, the plows run offset, whereas the subsoilers tend to be in the center. I don't want to spend too much, but I do want a better working width than 4 meters. This has 8 meter working width. This is going to take up all of our money pretty much. Okay, I think we're going to go with this one. So we're down to £41,000. Money is getting tight. We have invested a lot of it into this field working equipment. And we own it all, none of it's leased. But now we need to get all this equipment back to the farm and sort the field out. I'll see you back there. Okay, we're back at the farm. We have the mulcher attached. And I find it really difficult to notice the difference in the textures. This row here has been done, and this bit hasn't. You can see the stubble a little bit, but it's very difficult to notice. So I'm just going to hire a worker to do this. And we'll be back once the field's been mulched. Okay, that's the field all mulched and ready to start ploughing. I did notice that the mulcher cuts the grass as well. As you can see, there's a little bit of grass left behind. So there you go, it doubles up as a grass cutter, a mower. Alright, so the next process is going to be to plough the field. I'm going to try and save a little bit of money. We have 41,000 left. I'm not going to hire a worker for this. I'm going to do it myself. So let's have a little time lapse. So there we go, guys. That's the field almost completely ploughed. I'm glad that I did buy the subsoiler and the one that I did. The working width for this is not too bad. Didn't take too long at all. our next job is going to be to collect all these stones that we've dug up now. So let's get the stone collector. Okay, so we got the stone collector hooked up. I'm not actually sure if this process is worth doing because it doesn't reduce your crop yield, it does damage to your equipment. But from testing videos that I've seen, it appears that the damage is only like $3 or $4 difference. So whether it's actually worth doing this or not, I'm not sure. But however, having said that, we do have a mod for this, which is, let me find it here. So we have the stone processing mod, which will turn all the stones that we get from the field into lime, which we can then use to spread on our fields. So it's probably something that we want. However, it costs £80,000 and we only have 41. So perhaps we'll just have to wait a few more days until our greenhouses bring in a little bit more money so that we can afford that. In the meantime, let's just go ahead and collect all the stones. Okay guys, I went ahead, I collected all the stones off the field, and then I went over and planted it with grass. Grass does seem to be very bugged at the moment. I used about 10,000 litres of seed planting this. I had to refill this thing about 3 or 4 times, just planting this small field. So we got grass down. I'm not sure how long that's going to take to grow. We'll probably harvest that in the next episode. We will need to fertilise it one more time. It's only had 50% fertilisation so far. So we'll need to buy a sprayer and go over that one more time as well. So with Farming Simulator 22, it seems like it's a lot more difficult to progress. Time just takes so much longer. If we take a look at the calendar here, as you can see, like if I'm going to, because I have seasons on, if I want to plant wheat, for example, I can plant it in September, October, but then I can't harvest it until July or August, which is a whole year. And we have 3-day months on, so that's, 36 days every year. So we have to wait pretty much 10 months, so 30 days, until we can harvest it. So I think what I'm going to do is, between episodes, I'm going to skip quite a lot of days. Earn a bit of money so that we can have money to spend to do things in an episode. Otherwise, it's just going to take too long. The progression in Farming Simulator 22 is very slow compared to previous games. I might even change the days of months down to 1. I have them on 3 at the moment, which would make 1 year 12 days, which would help a lot. I'm going to leave them on 3 for the moment, but we might turn them down to 1 in the future. We'll see how we get on. I will just skip some days now and get some money. And we'll have some more money for the next episode, and that way we can be doing a bit more stuff and have a bit more variety. We are just starting off, so we only have this field and our greenhouses. So as the series progresses, we will get a lot more stuff, and there'll be a lot more things happening. Alright, but that's going to do it for this episode, guys. I hope you've enjoyed. Please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.